The word pre means before. The word historic means written history. So when we say prehistoric, it means before written history. So prehistoric art, it begins around 44,000 years ago and with the first known cave paintings in Sulawesi, Indonesia. And the characteristics of prehistoric art is that it is composed of cave painting, and they believe in the fertility goddess and hunting gods, and it is also composed of megalithic structure. Prehistoric art is up in indigenous mammals like small water buffalo, witty pig peer, and hunt stencils. The purpose of prehistoric art is mainly realistic and to glorify the hunt. So the prehistoric artist believed that if they'll depict a thing or an animal, it will cast a binding spell. That's why most of their art subjects are animals, because they believe that it will cast binding spell to that animal and it will make easier for them to hunt. However, in other theories, it is their one way of communicating, a way to strengthen clan bonds, and expression of sympathetic magic. So, in prehistoric art, we have varied influential works such as Sulawesi cave paintings, Lascaux cave paintings, Venus of Willendorf, and Stonehenge. So the next presenter will discuss it further about these varied works.
Now let's talk about the early beginnings of visual arts in prehistoric era. The prehistoric period, or when there was human life before recorded, documented human activity, roughly dates from 2.5 million years ago to 1200 BC. Recent archaeological discoveries appear to confirm that prehistoric cave art began between 290,000 BC to 700,000 BC. Now, this era is divided into three main eras. We have the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic era. It is said that the Paleolithic era is characterized by the emergence of stone tools and stone arts based in archaeological record. The earliest art comes from Paleolithic era, or called the Old Stone Age. The diagnostic art of this period appears in two forms: the small sculptures, large paintings, and engravings on cave walls.
So, these are the two main eras in the beginning of visual arts in the prehistoric era. First is the Paleolithic period. The Paleolithic period has the three eras. First is the Lower Paleolithic era, which has the art of the Venus of Brickhat and the Venus Tantan. The Middle Paleolithic era has the art of wonderwork, cavings, and engravings. The Upper Paleolithic era has the art of the Gorham's Cave and the Lascaux Cave painting. And the Mesolithic art is a transitional art between the ice affected hunter-gatherer culture of the Upper Paleolithic and the farming culture of the Neolithic. And it has the art of the hand pencils. The last one is the Neolithic period. The Neolithic period is relating to denoting the latter part of the Stone Age, ground of the polished stone weapons and implements prevailed. And it has the art of the Egyptian lakwada and the Persian chalcolithic pottery.
So good day everyone, and now let's continue our topic, which is the cultural heritage. So when we say cultural heritage, can be defined a legacy of physical artifacts, cultural property, and intangible attributes of group society inherited from the past. So, when we say this, the concept is the historically changing value or these group societies due to attach are the values that groups of society are maintained at present and bestowed the benefits of our future generation. And they have a three parts of cultural heritage, which is the concept of cultural heritage, the cultural heritage object symbolic, and the history concept of cultural heritage. So, concept of cultural heritage is to develop a result of complex historical processes and constantly evolving. So when we say this tradition was create the seeds of constant or that some time of monuments or natural environment that both past and present are same. So, and the last is the history concept of historical. So, the emerge of the concept of cultural heritage is the result of a long historical development, which is the difference attached of monuments of works of art.
In conclusion, prehistorical art is important as it serves of some of the best means of showing the interaction between our primitive ancestors and the world as they perceive it. These people painted mostly animals that they most likely hunted as a major source of food, and in doing so left behind evidence of their activities. Prehistoric art is used to explain and tell what was happened at that time because they didn't have a form of writing. So, it is important to study prehistoric art for us to know, and it also gives us an idea and knowledge to discover of past. Art is an important glimpse into history because it is often one of the few things to survive. It can tell us stories, relate the moods and beliefs of an era, and allows us to relate to the people who came before us. Thank you.